Instagram. So let's do this. Today's question is, what's your morning routine and daily alignment process? I know, Sivani, you've been live this morning or afternoon, I don't know, whatever you call it, where I actually talked about how I deal with feeling like throwing in the towel. And I guess my morning routine also ties into what I've talked about there, which is all about getting into alignment, pumping myself up, so I feel really good and just taking great care of myself. So let's talk about it. Okay, every morning I wake up around 7 a.m., which is a good time for me, at least, because I'm a night owl, so I stay up really late. And then I get woken up by my son, who is coming into our bedroom, which is lovely, and we cuddle, and I help him get dressed and brush his teeth, like all the things a kid needs to do before he goes to school, feed him, and get him out the door with my husband. So he is going to do every single morning, he's doing the drop off, which is awesome. Because then when they're out the door, I can actually start focusing on myself, my morning routine, and getting into my own work. So then I actually make breakfast, and I always eat kind of the same. I'm the boring kind of person. So I eat some like overnight oats and fruit, and drink a smoothie or a fresh juice, and drink a lot of water, and just put on something that is inspiring me. So that could be an audiobook I'm currently listening. It could be, I'm back on Facebook. So yeah, I eat something simple. I make sure that I listen to something that is inspiring me. And can you guys over on Instagram actually hear me? I've been wondering. I had my headset on. Could you just let me know in like a comment or something that you guys can hear me? Because maybe I threw up there. Hi, Zivani. So I don't know, somehow the connection just broke. Yeah. Okay, so I eat something healthy. I get into that I have something eaten state. Perfect, thank you. And normally when I'm not pregnant and not allowed to do any sports, then I would go for a walk outside or do some yoga, whatever I desire to do. So I try to do a couple of things in the morning. So I spend, I think, 1 hour on it. First of all, I get food, healthy food if possible. Sometimes, you know, you have those cravings, and then I just eat Nutella and stuff. So that's it. I'm honest. Then I listen to something that is inspiring me during my eating, do some sport, and then I take out a journal, which is, whoops, actually just a normal book, and I start writing about something. Sometimes I have a journal prompt, what I'm going to journal about. Most of the time, I'm just going to write about a desire I have as if it already happened. So that's basically, yeah, it's pretty simple, I guess. I just write, okay, it's now, sometimes I put a date in it, sometimes not. It's now the end of the month, and I have achieved this and that. And I don't write like a list or something, but I really go into how I feel, how proud I am, what I actually did to achieve that. I go really into detail and journal it out. I don't spend hours on this. So it's like 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I do it just with the journal prompt. Sometimes I do it like really writing into the future. And then I choose my affirmation cards. So I don't know if you guys have already seen them. I have created those affirmation cards with my favorite affirmations. If you would like to get it over on Instagram, just go into my profile. There's a link, a direct link, and you can just sign up there and get them into your inbox. And I choose an affirmation, and then I read it a couple of times. Sometimes loud, sometimes just in my mind. And then I go take a shower, actually, and make myself get dressed, put on some makeup. I don't know why, but I need to put on some makeup in order to feel ready to work. And most of the time, that rhythm, which is not that long, really is enough to bring me into an aligned state. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes I'm really tired. Sometimes I'm just off a bit. And then I go in and journal longer. I have a notebook where I actually collect quotes and texts and stuff that help me to get into a positive state. So I have one here that I just copied out of Danielle Laporte's book, and then I just read it for myself. So what I would recommend you is for those days where it's really hard to get into alignment, to just whenever you find something, a quote, an affirmation, a podcast episode, something that is making you feel good, something that is actually helping you to get into a positive state, to write it down, to collect it, to maybe download it on your phone. I have a couple of podcasts, like Amanda Frances podcast that I'm listening to when I really need to go into this positive feeling and making myself ready to actually get work done on a higher level. And then I just go in there and listen to it. If nothing works and I just can't get into an aligned state, I actually just take a nap. That helps me always, because after, I don't know, an hour, half an hour sleeping, I always feel better. And it's just not worth, it's not worth my time to sit around on my desk if I'm not productive. So I better go back to taking a nap for half an hour and then go back to working, and then I'm actually productive. And then actually what I produce is actually smart. It's actually good. It's coming from my heart. So yeah, that's my morning routine and my process to get into alignment. If you guys have any questions about that, just ask me. Maybe any specific struggles you have with getting into the morning and getting into an aligned state, so you can actually get work done. Yeah, I would love to answer those kind of questions. And if there aren't any questions, then it's already at the end of this week's Q&A Thursday episode. What? Oh, so many people joining right now. Yay. Hi, everybody. So I've just went through my Q&A Thursday question, which is today what my morning routine and alignment process is, because I find it really important to get aligned first and go through some me time and focusing and feeling good before I jump into getting work done. Because every time I just jump into working without first making sure I feel good and am aligned and positive and motivated, I know that the work that I'm delivering isn't as good as it could be. So yeah, this is what I do. It's basically pretty simple, and I think in order for you to make it work, it's just like what works for you and figure it out. Just listen to me talking about my morning routine, listen to other people talking about their morning routine, and then from there decide what you're going to try and what is right for you, because we're all so different. And I mean, for me, reprogramming and restarting my day through a nap when nothing works totally works for me, but for you it might not. Like if my husband would do that, he would be really cranky because he can't then get back to an awakened state. He can't wake up good after nap. So figure out what works for you and do that, and try out different things.